Yeah, I think it's working. Yeah. Maybe. Now the timer's going. Oops. I can't even. Oh my goodness. I already don't know what I'm doing. But, yeah, okay, it is working. Ah, sorry. Frankly, I mean, I went live a little bit ago, but it has been a while since I've gone live. And I'm always scared that I'm going to set up these lives and then, like, they're just going to start right away and not be, like, scheduled. Or I'm going to set up the live and have it scheduled, and then people are going to be expecting it to be under, like, that link, and then I mess it up, because I've done that before. But I think I actually managed to do it this time, which, I mean, isn't impressive. The YouTube system isn't that difficult. It's just me being the issue, the problem, or whatever that Taylor Swift song is. I don't even know the name of that song. I just know the chorus. And I don't really know what this is about me. Swifties, I'm sorry. People who get that song stuck in their head all the time, I'm also sorry, because now it's all I can think of. Right now we are crocheting some cats. Here are some of the other cats that I've crocheted. Right now we're attempting the Siamese, which is one that I don't think I've ever done. I'm going to try and show it to you. This is a pattern, a paid pattern by Big Babies, spelled kind of uniquely. But this is their Zozo the cat pattern, and this is the Siamese we're attempting. I don't have the best colors. I'm doing a mix of Chenille Home Slim and Premier's Stash Buster, because I heard that this was a replacement for Sweet Snuggles Light and Chenille Home Slim, because they haven't been available at my local yarn stores since January. So this is the, what did I just call it? The Siamese cat. It's kind of giving capybara at the moment. A capybara cat. But I do have 4 or 5 other cats that I have crocheted with this same sort of pattern. And I think actually, yeah, these two are the same color changes, but with different colors. So this is all Chenille Home Slim. This is cream. They're the only brown that they have. And gray. And gray. And then I have this other guy. This is a mix of Chenille Home Slim and this Stash Buster from Premier. Hello, the baseball duties. How are you? We have these 2 cats. We have this other one with different coloring. He has a little sock. He is cream, gray, and black. And then we have the classic little, is it a tuxedo cat? Is this what a tuxedo cat is? I think so. I just didn't use like actual black on this because I'm running out. Because again, I can't get this yarn in person or really online, I feel like I've heard some people saying. But he's my little tuxedo friend. And I'm near done with the Siamese. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 rows of the body left, and then I have the tail. These are, this is a no-sew pattern, which is really, really nice. I love myself a good no-sew pattern. The thing that takes the longest with these is the color changing, for sure. But they do sell really well. If you're looking for, you know, things to crochet for a market or, you know, an online shop, I would say these guys have been one of my best sellers, for sure. Sorry, I have to count. 5, 6. And do all the color changes because, you know, our kitties need to be colorful. I have made some solid color ones, and they do sell. I think the solid color one that I made was this color, and he sold, but I don't think he was like the first to sell. I think people like the ones with the different spots and patterns and things. Is that like what you call cats when they have different types of fur, like they're different cat patterns? I don't really know. A cat, yeah, I think you call them like patterned or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not surprised if I am. I just dropped my stitch marker. I have to find another one. Hello. Oh wait, hello Heather's Crochet World. For a second, I read. Isn't there a different? There's like a. I don't know. I was trying to think if you were trying to say like Heather's, but there's like the Heather's musical, and then there's also like a. I don't know. Anyways, hello Brooke. How are you? You have a cat profile picture. I'm crocheting a cat right now. Your cat looks though, or is it a cat or is it a squirrel? I think it's a cat though. But yours looks more orange than the one that I'm making. I do wish that this brand of yarn has better colors. Sweet Snuggles doesn't have, or I mean, sorry, Chenille Home Slim, which is like the same as Sweet Snuggles, doesn't always have the best colors. But you know, that's okay. I still like them a lot. Hello Ladybird, and hello Marcy. I hope you all are doing well. Happy Tuesday. I have to check the day because there was one time I went live and I had like Happy Friday or something in like the actual name of the in the name of the live. And people were like, it's Thursday. They kept reminding me that it was Thursday, but I didn't remember that I had Happy Friday or whatever in the name of the video until midway through, and I kept being like, why do you guys keep like telling me that it's Thursday? I'm like, and they're like, it's the name of the video. So now when I try and say, you know, happy day, I always have to look, and it's Tuesday. I made sure. Hello, Alexi. Hello, Unoya? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm bad at pronouncing people's names. Hi, Kathy. A ginormous whale shark. Ah, yes. I just crocheted actually a whale shark for a pattern test for a Curious Papaya, like yesterday and today. If you see the gray one up there, I'll be posting a reel about how I made it or whatever, but I did it a special theme, so it doesn't actually have like the regular spots. I embroidered something else on it. But yeah, I am like the designated crochet whale shark enthusiast. I feel like if you Google like a crochet whale shark, a lot of my YouTube videos pop up because that's all I do. Let me count this really quick. If I have to do 4 brown, oh, I don't like that though. I think if I do 4 brown, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, sorry. I wasn't counting, I was just going by looks, even though I should have been counting. I know. But I made the cat pattern so many times that I can sometimes get away with it. Okay, let me do these 4. Then we'll be back to the regular color, and I can look up at the screen again. I always feel bad looking away. But you know, we're just chilling. This is a hangout. This isn't like, you know, an edited YouTube video. This is what crocheting in real life is like, and most of the time I don't actually have to look when I crochet. And so I can crochet, you know, while watching TV or in the dark. And then my mom will yell at me and be like, don't you need lights? You're like straining your eyes. And then I look over to her as I'm actively crocheting. And then she's like, oh yeah, that's right. You don't have to look. So Anyways, sorry, I missed some people's comments. I'm making a cat. It's a Siamese cat. I don't really like the colors. It's kind of giving capybara. But this is what the shape of the cat will be, except it will be Siamese colors, patterns. I don't know what cat fur is called. Like patterned cats, you know, because like there's some that they're like the calico pattern or the tuxedo. I don't know what they are. Like there are some that have like the face split down the middle or whatever. Sorry, my friends are messaging me. Hello. But yeah. It's gonna be a Siamese cat. And I don't think I've ever made one before because again, I didn't have colors I liked. And even though I don't really like these colors, I decided that I still wanted to make it. Don't really know what this is about me, but you know, it's fine. Put your hand on the camera for Lamar Jackson edit. I thought I was chronically online, but when you say that, I don't know the edit that you're talking about, which kind of makes me feel good, but also kind of makes me feel bad because now I don't know it. Do the rest of you know it? Do the rest of you know what they're talking about? Okay, I do have to count for 1 second. Just 5 stitches. Because now we can start on the tail. Let me see. 2. Oh my gosh. Decreasing with this yarn is not my favorite. 3, 4, 5. Why isn't this working? Ah! 5. There we go. And now I don't have to count anymore. Hi Sheila. I think that's how you say it. I'm friends with somebody who has a similar name, but it's spelled a little different, so I'm pronouncing it the same way. Tell me if I'm saying it wrong. You crochet as well. What do you like to crochet? Some people are like really into the wearable scene. Others are not. Others are into plushies. So what do you like to crochet? I always love hearing what people crochet, you know. Hearing about what people crochet. I don't even know how to talk. Okay, I did say Sheila right. Sweet. I always feel bad when I mispronounce people's names because people mispronounce mine now. Like after the Frozen movie. Before the Frozen movie, I never had issues with people pronouncing my name. After the Frozen movie, everybody says it wrong. Like, I remember, I think I was in high school, middle school when the first one came out, and every substitute teacher would then call me Anna, and I'm like, no, it's not that. But Sheila likes to crochet stuffed animals. Nice. Wait, stuffed animals and beanies? Or beanies for stuffed animals? Just based on the way that you wrote it. A lot of things. Yeah, that's super cute though. I've done a couple hats. Usually they end up being gifts. I think I have one that I kept and I'll wear it and I would wear it on campus and people would compliment me on it and then I'd get to do like the cliche, thanks, I made it, you know, that sort of thing. I love to do that. I think all crochet people really like doing that. Thank you so much, Sheila, for subscribing. I super appreciate it. I'm planning on having a new video this week, where I am market prepping a ton of plushies for a market. That was this Sunday, but something happened. So you'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, so be on the lookout, everyone. If you like market prepping videos, you can see what all of my favorite things to crochet are, my best sellers and things like that. These cats did not make an appearance in that video. I was crocheting them the night before the market and I've become obsessed. Of course, Sheila, you can totally ask me something. I am here to answer any questions as I count, sorry. Okay, I did this weird, I shouldn't have done that. I have to put a stitch marker. And because this is no sew, I have to do this crazy thing where I skip 16 stitches and then crochet this without doing like the first half of the body. People, as I inhale saliva, people's pattern designing skills impress me so much. Like, even just pattern designing that no face behind me, like, that was a hard pattern to design, but it wasn't that hard because it was just a lot of circles and things. But yeah, people that can do crazy pattern designs like this where it's a no sew cat, like, would you really expect this to be no sew? That's crazy. It's crazy. I'm so impressed by people's skills. Okay. I don't really want to do the ears, but I feel like I have to do the ears a different color because I think it would look a little silly. I just don't want to. You know? Do you ever just not want to do the color changes? I should though. I should really do them. I really should. It just kind of looks like a capybara. Maybe this will make it look less like a capybara. Capybara, 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 capybara. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head, and so are you. Sorry. Okay. Almost done with the head. Oh my. Okay. Oh my goodness. Single crochet. Increase single crochet. I don't know why I'm having such struggles at the moment. It's not like I made this pattern 4 times in the last 48 hours. Shouldn't be having these issues, but I am. That's okay. I'm going to leave an absurdly long tail because I know I'm going to use it for some sewing later. And then it looks a little crazy. I admit it looks a little crazy right now, but I promise in like 2 steps, it's going to look like a really cute cat. And you're going to see the vision. Yeah. I was going to say next is safety eyes, but it's not safety eyes. Next is sewing. And I already have a bunch of fuzzies on my shirt. Hi Haley. Haley? Yes. Some people do Hallie, and then I was like, wait, did I butcher your name? But I think it's Haley based on the I. But I could be wrong. You can tell me off. I'm using 2 different yarns. I'm using Chenille Home Slim. And then I'm using Premier's Stash Busters. It comes in a 2-pack skein. I was told that this is like, I don't know. I was told that it was exactly like Chenille Home Slim, but it's a little bit different. But I am using it together to make a Siamese cat. The duck pattern is free. It's not mine. It is, if you Google Otori Sama from Studio Ghibli, Spirited Away, it's actually a doorstop pattern. The person who designed it made it with acrylic, but I made it with Bernat blanket, and that's why it's that big. But their pictures are definitely not as big as that. But you can tell from the stitch count if you use a bigger yarn, it will end up being very, very large. Okay, I'm forming the ears. If I can. Can I ask you guys a question? Can you see what I'm doing, or is the chat kind of near the bottom for you as well? And do you care? And do you care? Do you care about seeing my hands? I feel like a lot of times when people are watching my lives, they're also crocheting, so they don't really care about seeing the screen. They're more just there to listen. And that's what I kind of do as well with lives or even videos. Like if somebody says something in a video that's interesting, I'll like look up from what I'm working on, but I'm not usually sitting there really intensely observing. Okay. See? We got ears now. We got the tips of the ears. I don't think. Okay, there we go. Now it is time for the eyes. And I've been having bad luck with my eyes lately. Because they keep falling out. And then like they have the back still stuck to them. So I've wasted a lot of eyes recently, which is a real shame. So I'm going to try and not do that, especially on live, because it's a little embarrassing. It is not a loaf cat. It is a Zozo cat by Big Babies. It is one of my favorite cat patterns. It came out when the loaf cats came out, and I ended up getting this one. And I like it a lot. Let me count these rows. 14, 13, 12, 11. I have to stick this eye inside of the stitch. It looks like my cat. Do you have a Siamese? My friend has a Siamese, but hers is, like, her cat is a lighter body and a darker face than this, which is interesting. Okay. I think the eye placement is okay. See, I just don't love the colors on this one. We're gonna make a second one, I promise. And I'll choose better colors, okay? I'll do better. But I do think that, you know, we need Siamese. If we're gonna have all these other cats, we also need the Siamese. Of course. Of course, of course. Jennifer is making a beanie. Enjoying the good vibes while you crochet. So you can't really see, but it's fine. Okay, what if I don't know. I'm trying to... Hi, sorry. My bag of stuffing is way over there, but I really need it. So I will be back. I mean, I'm still gonna be in the room. It's just over there. But I'll be right back. I ordered 25 pounds of stuffing from Amazon. I know, Amazon is terrible, blah, blah, blah. I'm aware, and I feel guilty about it, but my local Joann was closing, and my local Michael's didn't have any, so here we are. My huge bag of stuffing. Okay, wait. Kathy has a fire point cat named Bose. He is cream, pale orange, and light caramel. I feel like, yeah, because there's like blue point Siamese too, right? I think that's the kind that my friend has. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she has something like that. Marcy is making a tofu turtle with some brunette yarn. I feel like I remember that pattern release, and I'm trying to think of who made the tofu turtle, because it went pretty viral. I feel like that pattern did, but maybe I'm wrong. Sheila is making their little sister a beanie right now. Cute. a lot of people are into making the beanies. I'm like, maybe I need to sell beanies. You know, in Minnesota, it gets really cold. I'd actually have people that would probably buy hats. But I don't know. I like to make beanies for some of my plushies. I did a pattern test for Crochet by Kelsey, and it was a turtle with a beanie, and that sold really, really well. I also made this fox, and it has a, what's it called? Oh, I can't think of what it is. It's not a beanie. It's like a, I can't think of it. Why can't I think of it? Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. It's not a beanie. It's a bonnet. Hi, Maddie. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Haley's making a bucket hat. I always like want to wear a bucket hat. I just don't know if I can like rock it, you know? Okay. This stuffing is impeding on my personal space. Let me see. Maddie is market prepping. When is your next market? Also, I'm doing good. If you guys haven't seen my latest video, I have Lyme disease. Yay! And I gotten off my antibiotics about a week and a half ago, and then my symptoms started coming back. But they've been doing well for the last couple of days, knock on wood. So I've been doing pretty good. Although I am covered in sunburn because antibiotics make you really prone to sunburn. So I am burnt to a crisp. But that's okay. I still had a good time. I have to read this pattern for a second. In the 5th round of row 13. Okay, 1. I just have to do some really quick counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I always feel so bad counting on a live because when people count on lives, I'm like, stop! But, you know. Okay, I don't have to count anymore. Sorry. Maddie's market is on Sunday. Awesome. Mine was, if today's Tuesday, the one I was preparing for in my last video was on Sunday, but you'll have to check out my next video to see what happens. Sheila, my shop is called Miss A Crochet Shop. Lame, I know. I just sell crochet patterns on Etsy. I don't sell any physical products. I sometimes, like, if I'm, you know, just posted a video and somebody's like, oh my gosh, do you still have this item or whatever, and they're willing to buy it, then yeah, I will sell people physical items. But it's kind of always been a goal of mine to sell physical items online, but then I sign up for too many markets and I need to crochet a bunch of inventory for those things. So I do have a digital shop for sure though. I have to try and keep track of how many rows of this tail I've done, which is annoying, but you know, a part of crochet for sure. Somebody asks, do you have any tips for stuffing your creations? I made several things, chickens, sharks, etc. for my kids, and they all turn out lumpy. My advice, okay, on Instagram forever ago, I did like a carousel of how I stuff my plushies, and it had like written instructions. But a thing that I like to do is I like, how do I explain it? Okay, so for this cat, hold on, let me finish this row and I will explain what I do. If I can finish the row. Jeez Louise. Having issues. so, okay, so the way that I stuff this cat is I will grab like a chunk of stuffing and I'll shove it in, but then I'll make like a hole inside, so I'll push it to the side so that there's, if I could get this little piece of tail yarn, there's kind of like a hole inside, and so then like the outside of it kind of has like this bowl to it full of stuffing, and then I'll add more stuffing into that hole. So I mean, like, I could add even more to this, and I would add it right in here, so like if I don't get the little tail in it, so I still have just this solid like outside of the bowl, and I'm adding stuff to the inside so that the outside still feels smooth and then the inside can feel bumpy or whatever, if that makes sense. It's what I did with like my whale sharks. So I would pack like an entire layer like on the outside, and then I would shove underneath that layer more stuffing. I don't know if that helps. Yeah, my shop is Miss A Crochet. I don't know if I can chat. Can I chat? No. Why can't I chat? That's so sad. I want to be able to chat. At the end of this live, I will put a link to my shop in the description of this video, and it will have, I'll have like a link to my Etsy shop. I'll have a link to my Instagram. I think that's the only links that I have in there, and like my link tree. And I'll have a link to this pattern as well, because I usually try and post that as well. Jennifer, okay, yeah, that does help. I've been trying to pack it anywhere it would fit. Yes, yeah, that for sure. I used to just be a person that would try and make it like as firm as possible, which is what I still like. But you said that you've made chickens. If you've made like the Mabel chicken, like it's literally like the outside of it when you're stuffing it before you sew that top closed is like kind of what it looks like when you stuff it. Like it's kind of like a pinch pot almost. Yeah, I hope that helps. Can you grab the camera for an edit? Is this the, hold on, wait, somebody else was asking it, and I don't know it. It makes me feel like kind of good about myself. For the Lamar Jackson edit, you know the one that I've seen? I've seen the one where people do it to their bosses, and it's like the little cheerleader girl clapping, and they're like, you just have to stand there and clap. And then they do it, and it switches to the little girl who's like, we've got spirit, yes we do, blah, blah, and whatever, I don't know it. Is that what the edit is? I haven't seen it. Also, why do you want to do the edit of me? That's terrifying. I bet you're the second person who's asked that. Why? It'll make me go viral. Please? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I've been asking people all day. Is it for the Lamar Jackson edit though? I've never seen it. I've never seen it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I still have so many rows. Can I do a black and white cat? I think I have done them before. These are the cats that I've made so far. I have these two. They're the same color change placement. I have this guy who I just dropped, who has a sock. No, I know who he is. I just haven't seen the edit. I'm sorry. And then I have this one. I mean, this one's almost black and white. It's just gray. But yeah, once I finish this one, I am going to start another one. So we can definitely, you can all help me pick my next color choice, because I don't really love this one's color choice. He's supposed to be Siamese. He's supposed to be Siamese. He's so cute. Thank you. I'm a harsh critic to myself. Bye. Sorry, I just don't do like camera things when people say they're gonna put me in a video. That's not mine. I feel a little bad, but also I don't know the trend, so sorry. Okay. We've got many more rows of this tail. And it's only 7 stitches around, so it's kind of a pain in the butt, but it'll be worth it in the end. Hopefully. Oof. I know, I'm gonna have you guys help me pick, obviously what colors, but what, like, color changing placements as well. Haley asks, I prefer crocheting, plushies more than, crocheting clothes for sure. But I always thought that amigurumi meant crochet plushies. So, yeah. I do have a sweater in the works. But I haven't touched it for months. So, maybe, I don't know, I always kind of want to, I really want to finish it. But it's summer now. So who's going to really want a sweater in summer? I don't know. As I wear a long sleeve. But you know, people wear crochet items in the summer. I don't know. I had made a sweater before and it turned out really poorly because I was newer at crocheting and I used like a really heavy acrylic yarn. So the sweater was just like, I would wear it and it would just like, you know, it was not a good sweater. It was way too heavy. It didn't have like a fabric elasticity. I still have it. It's really ugly. I don't like it. I don't know why I even chose those colors. They were like all pastels, like pastel pink, orange, yellow, and blue, and it was all a variegated yarn, but it wasn't like really variegated. It was more speckly. I don't know why. I was like, I'm gonna make a sweater. And I tried it on after I finished it, and I hated it. So, yeah. I mean, that sometimes happens with amigurumi too. Like right now I'm saying that I don't really like this cat. But I mean, I'm still gonna finish it. Somebody else will, you know. It's just the colors for me. I just wish that I had... Finding good brown yarn is so difficult. Like, you always get like really, really reddish brown. And I love red. I love red, obviously. But I just want it to be, you know. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the... Oh, I crocheted the tail the wrong color. I'm not undoing it, but... Oh, shoot. I totally did the wrong color tail. There's always something that goes wrong when I make one of these cats. There just always has to be. The tail should be the face color. And I didn't do that. I really don't want to frog it though. But I totally did the tail wrong. Can you tell that it's still Siamese? No. Dang it. I mean, I need 2 more rows of the tail and it's done. But I'm sad now. I'm a little sad because I totally messed that up. But that's okay. We'll start a different one. Okay. All we have to do is stuff the tail and sew them closed. Oh, and add whiskers. Ooh. Don't worry about the tail. No one will even know. We can't tell. Okay, thank you, Kathy. I just was like looking at the picture, and I thought that, like, you know, with these ones where the tip of the tails is, the color is changed, didn't have that in the instructions. I was like, no, I know that there's the darker color in the tail, and it's the whole tail, and that's why. And that's why. Yeah, I'm trying to see if they say that in the instructions. Oopsies. My bad. Oh well. I mean, I think you can still tell it's a Siamese. I mean, I'm not a Siamese expert or a cat fur expert, but I'm hoping it will be okay. And if not, he'll just stay with me. No, but these guys do really sell well at markets. If you guys are looking for some cat patterns and you don't already have the loaf cat pattern, which I know is crazy, crazy popular, and people are like, how do you not have that pattern? And I'm like, I don't know. I found this one, I think, a little bit before that one got like released, or while it was in the testing stage. And I just really loved this one a lot. So I stuck with it. Actually, I think I'm going to use a part of this to sew him shut. Okay, so the tail part is done. Oh. Okay. Hi, Simply Day? Sorry, I probably messed up the pronunciation of your name. Please correct me if I did that wrong, which I think I did. The pattern for the cat, I will definitely have in the description of this live once it's over. I always forget to put the stuff in the description before I go live, but I can tell you who it is by, and it will show you, and I'll show you how to spell it. I don't know if it might be backwards on your screen though. It is Zozo the cat. Is this backwards for you? It's backwards for me. By Big Babies. It's BIGBEBEZ on Etsy. And it's, I don't know if they actually call it Zozo in the listing, but that's what he is called. It's their cat pattern, of course. It's seriously one of my favorites. It's actually like, I feel like it's really hard to get a good crochet dog or cat pattern, and so then when I found this one, I was super excited. Because I feel like some dog patterns just look like wolves, and some cat patterns look like foxes, or, you know, whatever. So, yeah. Okay. We're sewing him shut. His tail's a little janky. I'm trying to fix it. I think I overstuffed his tail. Maybe not. I really do overstuff things a lot, though. It's a common problem, and then I get sometimes holes in my crochet, and so then I have to go back and sew the holes shut, and then I'm mad. You know. Because hobbies are so fun. Crocheting is so fun, right? No, it really is. It's like one of my very favorite things, and I'm so happy that I learned how and I found it, because it's really great for me. Even if it does make me angry sometimes. Like the fact that this tail is being rude, and I just ripped out a ton of stuffing that I have to stab back in. Oopsies! Okay, let me sew up his head. We don't want any cats with lobotomies. We want them to have their full and working brains, preferably. We're almost done. We'll just have to add whiskers. It's fine. Okay, sorry. Can I just call you Simply? Maybe I'll call you Simply. Simply, They said, I really want to try crocheting plushies, but I think it's confusing. You're so good though. Thank you very much. When I learned to crochet, a lot of people try and learn to crochet with immediately starting with plushies, and some people can do it. I was not one of those people. I started with making, sorry, I'm trying to get the stuffing fixed. I started with making squares over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I was not one of the people that could just start with amigurumi, and it still took me a while to learn amigurumi. It was the hardest thing for me was learning to read patterns. So I recommend, if you really like, do you really want to learn how, I would follow a video tutorial, and I would make sure to find one that has the written instructions in the video, but also obviously verbal instructions. So then you can hear what they're saying and then see what it says. So then you can really learn how to read the pattern. But that is what I would recommend to learn how to do stuffies, because I feel like reading some of the patterns can be like one of the hardest things. And the magic ring is also just a beast to learn. I definitely had days where I would like want to throw my crochet across the room, probably actually did, because doing the magic ring is so hard. And that was before I think a lot of people knew about the chain 2 trick. So if you're struggling with the magic ring, I would definitely try the chain 2 trick. It's actually what I do for these guys because this yarn just likes to snap so much. But yeah, it can be really hard sometimes. Oh my goodness. So can cutting embroidery floss, apparently. Constantina, I'm sorry, I probably just butchered your name as well. Crocheted a Jigglypuff for my son and not sure how to sew his limbs on. Help. Okay, okay, this is maybe an unconventional hack. Hold on, let me get my, I was gonna say get my whisker on this guy. But apparently not. You have to have whiskers, sir. It's like the part that makes it so cute. You must. And this is unconventional, but I literally just did this today when I was crocheting a whale shark. Do you have any, like, kebab skewers or knitting needles? Because whenever I'm trying to crochet something, sew something onto crochet, it can be really hard to just, like, get it positioned right and to stay there. So I stole these from my father. Like steak skewers or, like kebab things, to stab the thing, both things that I'm sewing together in place. And then I will leave this in while I sew like a fin or, the arms and feet on. Because I think one of the hardest things about sewing your crochet together is getting them to be in the right spot and stay in the right spot while you're moving this thing around trying to, actually sew. So I definitely recommend like these. Some people use chopsticks, other people use knitting needles. Some people actually, I've seen on like Etsy, they make like giant sewing pins, and they'll have like little charms and things customized on them. I just use these steak skewers because they're really cheap and easy. So yeah. Okay, I have one whisker left, and this guy will be done, and we can start the other one. If I can figure out where to put his whisker. Oh no. I might have messed up his eye placement, because this whisker is not, I don't think it's where it should be. Fruity Pebbles, you guys, I messed up, I think. But he'll be okay. I think he'll still be cute. Okay. Tying knots with embroidery floss is so difficult. I have huge respect for the people that, like, do real embroidery. I It's so thin and tiny. I don't know how people have the patience to do it. But here he is. Ta-da! He is complete. Our Siamese cat. That was really difficult for me. Of course, I hope that that helps. Because, yeah, there would be so many times when I would sew on, like, an arm, and then the other arm, and then I would realize that they were crooked, and I'd have to try and rip them out. And then, like, because you ripped it out, then the crochet doesn't look as good, or, like, it's stretched out a little bit. And so I hope that that can help. Yeah. Sewing is not my favorite part of crocheting at all. It's why I love no-sew patterns like these cats. I mean, obviously I had to sew the seam up his back and then his ears and head. But I mean, it's not a complicated pattern, but like it looks complicated. So it's surprising, I think, to me, and when I learned that it was no sew. So yeah. Simply says, I also started with granny squares, legit unraveling the same skeins of yarn hundreds of times. I did that, yes. After that, I started making wearables and even got into tapestries. All thanks to tutorials, plushies never work. Did you ever just make, like, you said you made granny squares? See, when I was saying that I made squares, I didn't make granny squares. I just legit did, like, a chain of 10, or a chain of 11, and then I would do 10 by 10 squares of single crochet. Because, single crochet is a majority of what you use for amigurumi. So that's what I practiced with. Because I knew that single crochet was like, if I couldn't do good single crochets that were like very even, you can tell that like the tension of these guys is all pretty even, there aren't any holes. I knew that I wouldn't be able to do amigurumi the way that I wanted. Cotton has a question. What's a plushie that I can, I can make that could be any color? I would definitely say people really like colorful whales. I've done a lot of really like fun colorful turtles. There's a bunny pattern that I like that I've done in like pinks and yellows, and people buy it because it's like a bunny kind of like you know, it can be kind of whatever color you want. Octopi. Classic. I'm trying to think of what else. That can be a lot of fun colors. A lot of people do frogs that are fun colors as well. It's for a 2-year-old. For a 2-year-old? I think an octopi could be fun, like all the tentacles and stuff. I think that could be fun. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, I finished that cat. What? Yeah, of course, Simply. I hope that that helped. There's also a book I used when that was when I was just learning crochet. I didn't use that for amigurumi, so never mind, forget that. I'm trying to think of other things that I did to learn amigurumi. I just would make things and remake things a lot. A lot. I still have some of my very first things over on a shelf over there, and they're so funny to look at because they just look terrifying. And it was before I had safety eyes, so I would use buttons for their eyes, and they looked scary. They looked very scary. Thank you so much, Cotton, for subbing. A duck. Yeah, there's a new, like a rubber duck pattern by Oak and Marlowe, and that is a really cute pattern that I've seen a lot of people do multiple colors of. I'm trying to think. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I need to stop being tired. And I'm covered in polyfill. Okay. I need to figure out which cat I should do. Can I do a poll? I think I can. Oh! Oh, it's so exciting. Okay, we're gonna do a poll. I'm gonna show you some cats, and you're gonna tell me which one I should do. Okay? Do you want to vote? Do you care? Or do you just want me to shut up? I'm trying to see what cats I've already done, to be honest. Okay, I'm biased. I really kind of want to do this cat, but you know, I'll let you all pick. Okay, this is cat number 1. He has socks. I think he's very cute. We will call him the sock cat. Hold on, I'm going to edit. I'm going to work on the poll. We're going to call him sock cat. Which cat? Not car. Should I make? So we got socks cat. I can't tell if you can see. Socks cat. That's one option. We can just do a solid color cat. And that would just be, you know, like a solid... I've done a solid black cat before, and he did pretty well, but I would have to do special eyes for him, and I don't know if I have the felt for that. But we could do a solid cat. I'll add that as an option. Solid. Add an option. Solid cat. Sorry, I can't see the screen when I'm drafting a poll, apparently. What other cats? We just did the Siamese, so I'm thinking not that one. We also have this one, who I kind of like. He's a little splotchy. We'll call him Splotchy Cat. Splotchy. I don't even know how to spell splotchy. Splotchy Cat. Start poll. Okay. Okay. Okay, wait, why is this not working? Okay, we're saying the socks cat. I'll go through the options one more time. Ah, this isn't working. Socks cat. He has all 4 socks. All 4 socks. We also could just do solid color. This would be like, you know, the shape, obviously. I mean, it'd be like this one with no color changes, solid color. Or there is, hello, can I find you? There is Splotchy Cat. He's very splotchy. He also has socks, but it's not on all 4 feet. And he has spots on his tail and eyes. I'm seeing a majority is going for socks cat. I do love a good socks cat. Let me see. He seems pretty easy. I think his first, other than the toes, his first 6 rows don't have color changes, which is fun. Wait! No, yeah, sorry. I was like, what am I doing? I'm right, yeah. I know how to read. I promise. I graduated college. I'm an educated woman. I can read. Sort of. What are we thinking? So I think we're definitely not going for the solid cat. We don't think the solid cat. Okay. One more time we'll review and then we'll move on because I'm sure this is so much fun. Socks cat. All 4 socks. Cute. Then we're splotchy. Splotchy. We also have splotchy. We have 8 votes. It says we are at 62 to 38, which isn't a lot, but it also is. I'm going to look at comments, and then I will end the poll. Olive says, hi Anna and everyone. Hi Olive. This is my first live. Welcome. I'm so glad I get to interact with you live. I know I'll be in stitches half the time. Same. That's kind of how these lives go, and I always apologize for it, and people are like, just shut up and crochet. J into A Hopeful Acres. Yeah, sorry. Wow. Says, I'm sure someone has already asked, no worries. What cat pattern is this? This is Zozo the cat. If I show you this, I don't know if it's backwards, but it has the creator's name across it. It's Big Babies, spelled B-I-G-B-E-B-E-Z. You can find them on Etsy. That's where I got this pattern. Also on Instagram. I'm friends with them on Instagram. Oh my gosh. And they also have a website, but I've never been to the website. So I'm going to check the poll, and that's going to be the end of it. Socks Cat has won. We shall do Socks Cat. Let me find Socks Cat. I had it on the other cat. I do enjoy Socks Cat. Honestly, I like all these cats, except for the one that I just made. But I'm trying to be nice to him because I do feel bad saying mean things about him right in front of his face. Color-wise, what am I thinking? I think black socks for sure. Black socks and black ear for sure. Maybe white body? Let me see. Also, look at what I have. Isn't it fabulous? My friend got it for me. I'm thinking between the black with a piece of brown yarn, black spots for the toes, maybe I just copy the exact same colors that they have and do white body with light gray other spots. Do I like that? Do we like that? Or a baby pink body? I've never made a... Ooh, do I have baby pink? I'm trying to think. Because I use Sweet Snuggles. I know I have baby pink up here, but that's not the kind I use. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hi Shafira. Olive, I do not have a TikTok shop. I hardly go on TikTok anymore. And I used to like double post, you know, like the stuff that I post on Instagram onto there. And then I stopped. Even though I literally do it to YouTube. Sorry, I'm just trying to look and think. Visualize in my head what color I think. A funkier color? Do you guys think that we should do a funkier color? Hi, Shifa. Did I say that right? Shifra. Sorry. Can you hear my rings? I become an ASMR channel. Just kidding. A funky color? All my colors are like really funky. I'm trying to think of what other colors I even have. I have some in a box over there. What do you guys think? The other people's? I feel like I should start one soon. Because it's already 8. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think. Nobody else is giving their input. How dare. Just kidding. Maybe... I was going to say, maybe I do black socks, gray body, white spots. Because I have a lot of ones with white bodies. Or cream. What do we think? Hi, Zeno. Sorry, I did like the font at which this shows up on my screen is insane. I cannot read it. It's tiny. So, hi, thank you so much for joining. We're trying to figure out what colors I should do my cat. And I can't decide. Some people are saying funky. Well, one person's saying funky and then everybody else is staying quiet. So, I don't know what to do. But you answered. And you typed in the chat, so now I'm going to ask you what you think. But I do just really need to start one instead of procrastinate. I feel like a gray body could be cute. Do you think a gray body could be cute? The room goes silent. Purple, lilac, it's 2 a.m. in my country. Oh my gosh. Hi. Gray would look cute too. I don't have purple. See, I have a very limited amount of colors. Okay, sorry. It seems like I'm lying when I say I have a very limited amount of colors. I use a specific yarn when I make these cats, and it's not this yarn, which is very sad. And I keep seeing that I lost my ring. Hello. I keep seeing that I have fuzzies. So, I don't know what I was just saying. And I messed up my hair. Lovely. I don't remember anymore. This is so bad. I'm sorry, you guys. This is becoming chaos. Purple. I don't have purple. Okay. 2 a.m. Yeah, that's what I was reading. But this live feels like a FaceTime with your best friend, and I'm loving it. Oh, so 2 a.m. I have a terrible sleep schedule as well. It's really bad. I sleep in way too late. And stay up way too late. Layla, my favorite thing to crochet? Probably turtles. Gray would be cute too. Okay. Bad to see. Thank you so much. We are looking for kitty colors right now. I'm thinking of doing black socks for the cat with a gray body and also white spots. Maybe. And by like socks, I mean like the toes. The toesies. And I lost count of my stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. Now you all lost count of your stitches. My first ever crochet project does not exist. When I was learning to crochet, I would crochet squares, like single crochet squares over and over and over again using like the same skein of yarn. So I would crochet it, and then once I would make a mistake, I would start over. So they don't really exist anymore. There is a rag, or yeah, a square that was good enough to become a rag, that is in our kitchen right now. But I don't have a lot of my very first projects. I have some of my very first amigurumi over there on the wall. But like some of my very first crochet things, I did not keep. I frogged them right away. I'm trying to remember what I'm doing. Okay. I have to count for a second, you guys. I'm sorry. But it's for the greater good, which is this cat. I feel like I'm a stitch short. Am I? I'm 2 stitches short. No. Yes. No. Yes. Dang it, I have to start over. Sorry. Oh, this is what I get This is what I get for trying to count, talk, and crochet at the same time. Shame, shame on me. Okay, I'm really gonna get this right this time, okay? It's literally just 6 single crochet. Don't know why it's so difficult. Okay. We did that. Now, if I can figure this out, it will be all fine. But for some reason, I can't. Okay, it will. I counted right this time. No skipped stitches this time. We have 12. It will all be okay. Except for the fact that my hand hurts a little bit. But other than that, it's fine. Now, the next row, I also have to count. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad when I have to count, but like, you all crochet, so you get it. Okay, this is lining up much, much, much better now. This is lining up much, 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 much better. Cheyenne A says, I have you on my big 80-inch TV. Dang. In my living room having a ball watching you. Thank you so much. Oh my god, I'm on TV. Hi, Mom. I love it when, like, oh, I don't know. I just feel like anytime there was somebody on the TV, like, when I was younger, or, like, on the news or whatever, they'd always be like, hi, Mom. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Bad CC says, I may or may not have been several minutes behind. LOL Gray will be super cute, though. Okay. Maddie's Crochet Corner is back. An unexpected call. Ew, I hate calling people. Or I hate getting calls as well. But I hate calling people because, I don't know if you guys know. I don't know. I feel like I talk about it a lot, but also I don't. Or some of you, maybe, whatever. I'm hard of hearing, and so I didn't have Bluetooth hearing aids until I was 17, which meant that, like, phone calls were crazy difficult for me, so I just never really made them, which means that I suck at making phone calls now and, like, phone call etiquette, because I always end up, like, jumping in when they're about to say something, or, like, you know, awkward silences, or, oh, I just totally did that wrong, or things like that, and so I hate making phone calls, and I hate going through the drive-thru, because it's so awkward for me, because, like, I didn't have to do it for a really long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry. So I just hate making phone calls for the life of me. It's like the worst thing, because I just had no practice as a kid, or even as, like, a teenager when I worked. I was never the phone person, because I was just like, yeah, I can't do phones because my hearing aids don't work with phones. But now I have Bluetooth, and so, like, on my personal phone, I can do phone calls and stuff like that, and I can hear, but I don't have the talking skills on, like, on the phone talking skills, which is not something I think people think of as a skill, but it definitely is. Because I remember when I was trying to transfer colleges, I would have to call with my new college all the time, and it would be so awkward because I would just accidentally keep interrupting people, and I just hated it. I hated it so much. Hi Nova Scotia. How are you? Oh, hi from Nova Scotia. Oh my god, I can't read. I was like, you're saying your name is different from what you have. Your name is Wanda. Hello from Nova Scotia. I understand. Hi from Minnesota. It's 8:22 here. Bad Sissy says, hold up, do hearing aids have Bluetooth now? They do. That's amazing. Yeah. They're not waterproof yet, which I'm bitter about. But they're water resistant, which is nice. I no longer, when it rains, have to stand like this. But I do have some sort of, I wouldn't call it childhood trauma, but childhood resentment for hearing aids not being water resistant or waterproof. Like in elementary school, you know, they send you outside for recess and it's drizzling or raining a little bit, and I would have to stand like underneath like the little ledge with the little recess guard person, just like this, not able to play with all the other kids because my hearing aids weren't waterproof or water resistant. So yeah, we do have Bluetooth now, which is great. But I'm just, it's just, not people's priorities, which is really sad considering a lot of people do rely on hearing aids. What am I doing? I'm color changing. So I am going to tie a knot. And then I'm going to carry it over. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. The amount of yarn fuzzies on me right now is so disgusting as well. It's so gross. Okay. That was difficult for me for some reason. And then the other foot color. And then we're done with the feet. Oh my goodness. Okay. Why is color changing have to be so difficult sometimes? Okay. 6. There we go. Okay, we have the feet. I have to cut this yarn. Right? Yeah. I hate it when you're like doing a bunch of color changes and then you accidentally cut the yarn that you like just attached or that you need next. It's the worst. But I didn't do that this time. I got it right. Okay. Simply says, my grandma kept my first granny square that actually looked like one and hung it on the doorknob to like block the tiny view of the keyhole. Obviously useless, but anyways, that's super cute though. That's super cute. Let me see. 1, 2. Oh no, I'm right. Okay. I thought I was a stitch off. I was gonna be really sad. I was gonna be really sad. But it is okay. Kathy, so yeah, intonation was hard for a bit for me, but I will say with my hearing aids on, I have about like a 90% to 100% accuracy. Usually averaging at like 95 to 97% accuracy when I have my hearing aids on for people talking, and like my ability to repeat what is said to me in different settings that are like manufactured by my audiologist. So like they'll have like fake wind blowing or fake people talking in the background. But that was a really big thing with the violin, is learning intonation. I also was not in private lessons until high school. So I did not learn violin with the Suzuki program, which really does emphasize like good intonation and aural skills. So that was definitely a thing for a while. But it just took a lot of practice, a lot of scale work, and you know, things of that nature for sure. Okay. I know, I feel really bad that I haven't hardly practiced violin since I've graduated. Really since I had my big solo recital. I feel like I've just been slacking, but I mean, I graduated, traveled, and then got super sick for like 2 weeks. So, and then I was crazy crocheting for a market, and now I need to get back into it. Because I miss it. And I was going to be in an orchestra this summer, a local one in my town, but it never happened. And like, I swear they just celebrated their like 20 or 30th anniversary a couple years ago. And so I don't know why it's, well, I mean, I know why. They were having financial issues. But I'm like, why do we not have it? They are trying to reschedule the market. It might get rescheduled for, it was like July 20th or 22nd, a Sunday in July, which is, I mean, not ideal because I really wanted to have this market and then do another one in August. So if I do that market, which I said I would, and I sell out, that would be bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. I skipped my increase on accident. You guys, what am I doing? Okay, I think. Yeah, okay, I did that right. I did it right. No, I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I did. Wishy-washy are we? My goodness. I did it wrong. I did it right. I did it wrong. Actually, okay. Okay. It's working. It's working! Now I just get a row of single crochet. How fun. Let me cross off the row I'm on, though. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. Because I'm using different colors than what the pattern actually uses, it kind of throws me off when they say, like, go back to using white. And I'm like, but I'm using gray. What's white? And to me right now, in the pattern, white is gray. The body color is gray. But I love being able to do different, using like the same pattern and creating different colored cats. Like, that's why I really like these two. Because, I mean, it's the same pattern, but I just use different colors. And I mean, you can tell, obviously, that it's the same pattern, but I think the different colors make it really fun. I think the colors make it fun. I definitely want more browns and other, I don't know what other cat colors there are. I mean, what? I mean, yeah, brown. I really just need more browns, and they don't make browns. They just don't. I don't understand why. It's like the most universal color, and they don't make good ones. They just are like, yeah, we have one really orangish red brown, and that's all you get. Same with greens. Greens are so hard to find, and it drives me insane because I love using greens for turtles, and I just, I just don't know. I just don't know. Thank you so much, Kathy. I really appreciate it. When I was learning to crochet, I think other people were asking, you know, what I had started with, and I knew I really wanted to get into amigurumi right away. But upon like talking to other people or like watching people's videos, like, what do you need to know? You know, when you're going to crochet, they were like, you have to be able to make super, super even, single crochets. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. So I would just spend, I think I spent probably my first 3 months learning to crochet, just making single crochet squares. But I think it's paid off. And so I appreciate the compliment. Hi Eliana, sorry, the font is so tiny. This is a whale shark. Actually, I have multiple. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 whale sharks? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 whale sharks. Whale sharks are one of my favorite animals. And that's what they are. I've never seen a brown cat. I've seen online, I saw one and it was like a beautiful chocolate brown cat. But I've never seen one like in person. But I mean, like, you know, like there's some cats that, I don't know. You know what I really do need? I need an orange. An orange. That's not like brown, but I want like an orange so I can make orange cats. I can make the, what are they? Calico? I don't know. I just want an orange. I just want more colors. Olive says, I just finished Annie Carraway's Loaf Cat last night, and now, we're talking and crocheting cats for the odds. That's a super popular pattern, and I feel like people are like, how do you not have it? And I just don't, because I really like these guys. But that is a super cute pattern, and I love the display stuff that she does with the cardboard box. I'm gonna try and do that at my next market. I think that would be super smart. I do, at my last market when I sold these cats, I did have a sign that was like, did I crochet your cat or whatever? And some people bought cats that looked just like theirs. And so that was really fun. But I like the brown box. Also, thank you so much, Eliana. I have to count. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Hi, Grace. There we go. Yeah. Now, the question is, yes. Okay. In this case, in the pattern I'm reading, gray is white and white is gray. Oh, that's so difficult. Hi, Grace. Hi. Sorry. I was counting, and then I'm having color changing issues because my brain wants to read the color gray as the color gray. But it's not. It's white. Olive says, oh, I haven't seen that one, but thanks for the tip. I love it. Yeah, I think she made a reel about it or something. I don't know, but it was so cute. And I was like, why didn't I think of that? It's just so clever. No, I really like, is it by Tiny Friends Crochet? Did you say who it was? No, Annie Carraway, sorry. I'm mixing up people's names like it's my job, for real. No, I think that's a super fun pattern. Didn't she make a loaf dog pattern as well? Or am I crazy? What am I doing? One. How many stitches? 10 and 11. Perf. Yes, I am crocheting a cat. I'll show you the one that we just finished. It is a Siamese, and I messed up on the tail. I know. I know, you're all good. You're all good. But yeah, we are working on a cat. We're making a cat that has socks. He got socks on all 4 feet. We voted to make this one over a solid color cat or a splotchy cat, and so we're going with this one. Simply says you should definitely get more colors if you can. They will look so cute. I know. It's just like my local store does not have any Chenille Home Slim or Sweet Snuggles Light in store. Online, I feel like it's super hard to get. Or maybe they're restocking it. I don't know. And then the Premier... What was it? Sorry, I'm yawning. The Premier Stash Busters. It's nice yarn, but it doesn't feel as nice. But they do have some good colors, so I might have to give in. But shipping is just so bad. It's insane. Hi, Mia. Or Maya. Mia, Maya. I don't know. I've never caught a live before. This is so fun. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you do enjoy the live. We are crocheting a cat. And discussing yarn colors. Because we're nerds. And I'm trying to read the pattern as I crochet at the same time. Ha 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 ha. Ooh, this one has a lot of color changes, you guys. I mean, I'll be fine. Trust me, I'll be fine. Have you seen my whale shark? I'll be fine. But it has more color changes than I think the other one we did. Than the Siamese. We are Siamese, if you please. Is that from Lady and the Tramp? Or is that from Aristocats? Oh, I want to watch Aristocats now.